To the top.
Take me back in time to another world. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Hammers.
I thought it was hammers. Wait. Howers.
Howers,
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
your defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Begin.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented a new theory for this case. It claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on the people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Whatever that shall be.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
That's crazy! That's insane! That's his namesake!
Maybe he's gonna be worth it? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is the producer who was present at Studio 2 trailer that day. You think they got the executioners ready? Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios and a member of the Yakuza. On the day of the wait, what was that, ma'am? Sorry about that. Anyway, on the day of the murder, you were in this trailer in Studio 2. Right? Scratch that from the fucking court record. As everyone knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it while I'm not here. Got me fucked up.
Dang, Edgeworth, you really can't get anyone to cooperate with you.
The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me.
You were fatigued, so you had Saul take you?
The van.
Huh?
There's a van in Studio 2. You didn't see it?
Not one.
No one. Come on! The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Shut that shit up. And please stop banging your little desk. It hurts my ears. Got me fucked up!
Yes, someone verify this?
My sim.
No. Anyone else, please?
One person is enough.
She committed murder during that break. I had time to eat his T-bone steak.
Objection!
Okay, cool. Ha, as I thought. You claim you ate his T-bone steak. But I say you didn't.
What's this now, Mr. Wright? I'm getting hungry.
Look at this. The food? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Not a stepladder?
Exactly my point.
Bro, why do you point out that it was a T-bone steak? Because it was boneless, not boneless. It was bones.
Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate a table outside the trailer. Oh! Yet there were no bones left on the plate.
No bones in the ladders?
The plates were bare.
That ladder better be boneless.
Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a ladder and not leave the bone? I think I know how.
She ate the bone, bro!
And you took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
They didn't say it was used recently.
Incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in suits. I see. Then that was Miss Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor?
Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious?
She was in meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands!
Fascinating. And here I was trying to worry about today would be as boring as hell. Very well. Now let's have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use such a heavy spear as a weapon?
You'd have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
It's that heavy, huh? Ha. You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Huh.
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest?
I don't follow his logic, I'm not gonna lie.
Order! Order!
Wait, hold on. Mr. Wright, what the hell are you saying? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. I'm useless. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was.
Look at this photo.
I thought you would have had to present this photo previously.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order!
That's so strange.
I cannot have order. This trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
Yo, if we get it suspended, then what happens? Because it's the last day.
This photograph is from 5 years ago, and honestly, Your Honor, I need to end this right now. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside.
No one knows about
It
this.
was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying...
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She puts Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I said is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Mr. Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break?
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it! Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume.
Hold on, Wright. I don't know what's going on anymore, but that simp, he drove the van. Are you suggesting that the simp was a conspirator?
Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put in the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that all alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator.
True.
Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? So, what happens next? Don't... Me? Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that, though. Slams desk.
Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Mr. Hammer.
Right.
But that is just a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? Huh? What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
She said some bullshit on the stand, Your Honor. Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely that she did it, but there's still no proof, like she said.
Edgeworth isn't even sure himself!
All he did was repeat. Well... I came here to be as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. But I didn't.
Penalty point. I see. Very
Please,
well.
no blurting out objections from the prosecution. I object! I figured it out! I would request that she testify again! You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about?
Yeah. Oh, verily, I say. Ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Oh, alright then. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth do that?
Bro, I don't know. He probably realized she did it too.
But then, wasn't the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict?
Hey, he's still got a guilty verdict.
After that.
Edgeworth.
And thus we've proceeded with the trial thanks to Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
Pressing. Script and your direction notes.
Yeah, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't be due to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all.
That's backwards, though.
Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor! Did you hear that shit? I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think! That was backwards. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Yeah! That was backwards! Felix didn't see it!
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me, though. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
Objection!
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
It was that simple. That small fun fact that was basically wrong.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One one person was injured in the run-through that morning. And that person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why do you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said the Sip. He told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong then.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume, of course, and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
The guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the X-Star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
Oh! That's... what?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years.
It was self-defense.
Someone call help! There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him. Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Where's Z Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what to say. I also don't know what happened. But thank you.
I'm just glad you're okay. Wait, weren't you sitting in that chair the whole entire time?
And they just he was sleeping. He was sleeping. It was the residuals from the pills. But it's pretty sad.
Dang.
Why did he want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because you were the Steel Samurai.
Played the thought process. Well, because I was a Steel Samurai.
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, so he hated you.
I think I understand. You could have just told me. I would have changed places with him in any time. Nick Edgeworth. Funny sprite.
Alright, staring contest. You already lost.
Forward-facing Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Bro is so awkward.
Huh? What?
Bro showed up and couldn't say a single word.
That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Yo, for real?
Liar!
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings?
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
I can hear
Oh,
the
man.
fangirl screaming in the background.
Yeah, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only served to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't you ever show your face in front of me again. That's why I came here to tell you.
Dang, bro, that's crazy.
What just happened? Right?
Yeah.
Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if? They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something important here? Come on, Nick. Tell me right now. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Oh shoot, they went through with it.
For real. It's Salmonella's idea. Nick! This is it. This is peak. It's peak!
I'll admit, it was kind of peak. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it though.
You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Bro, they can't even... She's just that assistant. It's so sad.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? For real? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.